Hey Travis kiddos, happy Tuesday, happy Cinco de Mayo. I hope you are finding a way to celebrate with your families and having fun with it. Let's do some math. You can access the textbook online through Think Central. And I'm going to go over some of the paper pencil work, the workbook page, and also I have some subitizing for you. So I've shown you a little bit of subitizing in a previous video showing domino dots, which are familiar, but so ones like this, domino dots are more familiar, so you can flash and see how many. So for this, we could flash it, and you might already know the pattern if you play a lot of dominoes and know that it's 7, or you might recognize the 6, like from dice, and one more is 7, or maybe you counted 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know, but these are more known patterns, and they are organized. So they're easy to recognize, easy to figure out. I have some that are mostly not as organized to see how your brain would accept these dots. Accept, our vocabulary word of the week. And receive them, I guess. So I'm going to flash a picture to you. See if you can figure out how many dots there are. Don't cheat and pause and count. Try to just guess in the quick flash, okay? Could you figure out how many dots? So there are a variety of ways your brain might see this, and maybe even more ways than I would think of. I think this kind of looks like 5. If there was one more dot here, it would be like a 5 on dice. But since there's not, one less than 5 is 4. So maybe your brain sees it that way. Maybe you see 3 across and one more makes 5. Maybe you see these two and these two, and 2 and 2 make 4, or 2, 3, 4. I don't know. However you see it, try to explain it to someone else, okay? Explaining your math reasoning is a very important part of math. I know we don't typically think of talking as part of a math skill, but it really is. It helps not only show that you deeply understand the concept, but you can also come up with more ideas. You can inspire someone else into other ideas, and it's a really good way to extend your knowledge and thinking, because it is harder to explain than to just do. Okay, next picture. Are you ready? Look closely. That's a tougher one. What do you think? So for this, try to explain first. Of course, now pause and try to explain how you saw it. I would see maybe 3 here, and then 3 here, or 3, 4, 5, 6. That might be how my mind sees it. Maybe you see 4 across and 5, 6. Our brains typically can figure out about 3 to 5 objects without having to count them. More than that, we typically need to find some strategy for grouping them together and then putting them together. We might not realize our brain is doing that so quickly, but it's pretty neat to think about. And again, you get more ideas the more you talk about and practice it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Maybe some other way you saw it. Okay, next one is a little more organized. A little bit wonky with my drawing, but a little more organized. Ready? Okay, so here I made a 10 frame, or 2 10 frames, to help your brain. You know 10 frames, you know what they look like, you know how many dots can fit in them. So that's a way to organize this for you to see it right away. Okay, so a full 10 frame we know is 10, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So maybe you saw 10, and then you could quickly count 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe you saw 10, and then 1 less than a full row, and you know a full row would be 5, so 1 fewer would be 4. 10 and 4 make 14. So this is a lot of skills in one, right? You're figuring out how many dots. Maybe you're counting, maybe you're adding, you're putting parts together. So composing, you're decomposing, taking away one, subtracting. There's a lot of stuff that you're doing all in a quick moment, right? So really good practice to do subitizing like this. Maybe you saw 5, 5, and 4. I don't know. Tell somebody how you saw it, because all of our brains work differently, right? That's the best part about this, is that we all see things differently. We can learn from each other. Okay, I have one more, and it's a little bit trickier. Got moved. So with this one, it's not organized in a pattern, I know. It was just kind of a scatter of dots. So how could we organize this? What did your brain see? So I see 3 here pretty clearly. So 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 4. It's almost like 4 dots on a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you saw these 4, 5, 6. Maybe you saw it a different way. I don't know. But another one to get your brain working. Okay, so we're continuing our work on regrouping, addition with regrouping. However, this time we are adding 2-digit numbers with more 2-digit numbers. So this is workbook page 167. Just this one page today because it's a lot to think about. I want to make sure you're doing it correctly, and I want to make sure you're taking the time to practice the strategies, not just work quickly and make mistakes or have your parents tell you or anything like that. Use a calculator. So I want to make sure that you have the strategies down. I'm going to show you, of course, a few different strategies and using the same types of visuals but in different ways. It can get a little bit complicated. There's a lot involved when we're adding 2-digit numbers to 2-digit numbers. So bear with me. Try your best. And again, the one that works best for you, use that one, okay? Or 2 or whatever. As long as you understand the concept, that's the main goal. If you can find more than one strategy to figure it out, awesome. Okay, let's start with 27 plus 28. This one's straight from the book. It's question number 10 on page 167. Okay, so 27 plus 28. I will get to just the vertical addition, but first I want to draw some pictures. So you could draw a picture like they did in the textbook. So I'm going to do my tens. So this is my tens and my ones using a place value chart. So 27, 2 tens, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could do them vertically, you could do them horizontally. You don't have to have them organized. I like to organize them this way, as you know, because I want to make it like a 10 frame. Okay, plus 28. So 2 tens and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so when I add these together, I am going to, of course, start with my ones because in case I'm regrouping, which we know we are because that's our work this week. So I see 7 and more than 10 ones here. So let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to choose these 3 because it makes it clear for me. You could also circle 5 and 5 instead and then see your extras over here. You could do 7, 8, 9, 10 and circle those. Whichever 10, just be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, double checking, super important. Okay, so now I have a new 10. And so I'm gonna put just my ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna draw it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm also gonna show the number below. So I have a new 10 that I just created, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. Be very careful when you are counting up your tens. Don't lose the one that you just created because this is 15 ones, right? It's 10 and 5. But we first started with all the ones, then we convert it into tens and ones. So now I have 5 ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, or 55. okay? I'm going to show sticks and dots horizontally so that we can see that as well. And then I'll show you some other strategies too. So 27, okay, plus 28. Now I could add them sideways, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show, I might run out of room. I'm going to show how I would do this, how I've shown you in the past. So I'm going to add 2 sticks over here, but I need to make, well, no, I'm going to need a little more space. So I'm going to scoot these over a teeny bit. So here's my 27 originally. Okay, now I'm going to make rectangles so that I can tell the difference. Now they're blending together. The rectangles so that you can see the difference between the 27 that were there and the 27 that I'm adding. So there's 1 and 2. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens because I've added the 20, but I need to show my 8. So of course I'm going to show my squares because I want them to stand out differently than different from my 7 originally. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now once again, I have 15 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 ones is not going to fit here. So I need to regroup. I'm going to group this into another 10. And then I have 5 ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and 5 ones. Or 55, just like I got before. I'm going to put an equals in between. Okay, sorry it's a little squishy. Showing vertically here, 7 plus 8. We know is 15 because we've done it twice here. So 7 plus 8 is 15. It's 1 10, show it in the tens place. 5 ones, show it in the ones place. 1 10 plus 2 tens plus 2 tens. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 4, 5. 5 tens or 50. So 27 plus 28 is 55. So those are sticks and dots. I want to show you how I would do it with number bonds with a different problem. Again, this gets a little bit tricky because it's a lot of numbers to have to think of or hold in your head or see visually. So 86 plus 14. If you would like to do this with sticks and dots, you can do that. But I'm just going to show you, because I know this is a lot of information at once, I'm going to show you the number bonds for this. So here, I have 2 sets of 2-digit numbers. So 80 and 6 is how I would split 86. 14 is 10 and 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tens with my tens. So 80 plus 10 equals 90. Then I'm going to add my ones with my ones. So 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now I need to combine the tens with the ones, which have now become a 10. So 90 plus 10 equals 100. This one's a good one to do the number bonds with because I don't have any extra ones left over, so it's a little less complicated. So 6 plus 4, we already figured out, was 10. So 110, 0 ones. Okay? Now 110 plus 8 tens plus 110. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. Now again, I cannot fit 10 into one digit or one spot in my place value here. So that becomes 100. Now I could draw a 1 for the hundreds place over here because I have 0 tens and 100. Or since that's my full answer, I can just show 10 tens kind of that way. Okay? And it equals 100. I will come back at you tomorrow showing more examples and multiple strategies for these problems, but I wanted to show you this for now so that you have some ideas. And as always, do what works for you. Try out a new strategy. Maybe you come up with something even better. I know you guys are clever and creative, so that would be awesome if you figure something out. Let me know. Have fun with it and happy learning.